I tell you guys all the time, and I will admit that I do have a bit of a complex where I think I'm the smartest guy in the room, but there are some situations where I am. There are some things that I'm passionate about, that I know about, that I do know more than the next guy. I hate having to spell it out all the time, but I'm going to take one more crack at it. Conor McGregor versus Eddie Alvarez for the World Championship, okay? There is major talk, and now it's starting to spill into guys that is none of their damn business. Guys in different weight classes are now weighing in on the fact that Conor needs to be stripped. The guy's at 145 pounds. Conor needs to be stripped. Everybody's talking about Conor needs to be stripped. I haven't seen one person come out and say, well, I think he should be able to hold that belt. Let's see what he does. It's so aggravating to have to explain this to fellow fighters, but I'm going to do it in this matter anyway. Guys, for you geniuses who haven't connected the dots because the promotion hasn't come out and said it to you, and you weren't smart enough to read between the lines, a major marketing factor in this fight of Conor versus Eddie is the historical presence that Conor may be able to be the first guy ever to hold two belts at one time. Why, through the power of the pin in the promotion, would you take that marketing angle away and strip him now? If they strip him through the power of the pin, you lose the marketing opportunity that the guy may have two belts at one time, which has never been done before. So why would you take that and disarm yourself and your marketing tool? The answer is you wouldn't, which is why they didn't. You also lose your marketing power if you come out and explain that and say, well, for marketing reasons, we need to keep the storyline alive that he could be setting history here. So through the power of the pin, if you were to strip him and he goes out and he wins the belt and beats Eddie Alvarez, he is now not a two-time champion in two divisions at one time because he will have lost the belt. If you don't check that box and sign the bottom of it, as Dana White, as an executive in the UFC that could do that, then you preserve the option to have a guy have two belts and set history in a historic event in Madison Square Garden. How that is not obvious to everybody before I just explain it is beyond me. But here it is, after months and finally seeing welterweights and middle. I even saw a heavyweight come out and weigh in on this. That's why you guys have licenses to fight and you don't have promoters' licenses, because there's a big difference. You don't kill your own storyline. There's people in the media that you need as your partners to help promote this event that are running with that story. With the fact that not only could he be the world champion by beating Eddie Alvarez, but in the event that he should beat Eddie Alvarez, then he will have two belts and make history. Now that I just said it, now you're all scratching your head going, oh, wow, he's right. But some of these things are so obvious, and sometimes you don't see them. I don't know what's wrong with some of these guys. I get it from a fan standpoint. I get it why the fans would, let's not hold up 145 pounds. We're not as crazy about the interim title. Let's get the real title. Let's use the power of the pin and strip him. I get all of these things, but the show is still coming up. It's still a matter of weeks away. Why would you take that tool away from yourself, dummies?